I'm finally getting around to installing the quarter round. Hi. How's it going? So I'm taking a little break from the basement because there's one last thing I have to do before the main level and the upstairs are truly officially finished. And that thing is the quarter round. If you don't know what that is, it's that little piece of wood that butts up against the baseboard and the floor. It's essentially just a little trim piece that makes it feel nice and polished. There's been a rough edge between the floor and the baseboard since we moved in, so it's time to get her done. Ben has also been asking me since pretty much the day we moved in, so here we are. So yeah, I plan on doing the main floor as well as upstairs. It's not hard work, it's just a lot of measuring and cutting and angles and all that stuff. Do I want to do this when I really want to be working on the basement?
No!
No, but it needs to get done. I'm about to go get the wood now. They're super skinny, but really long, like 10 feet or something, so my truck finally gets to do its job. So yeah, let's go get that wood. All right, I got the goods. This is my first time loading wood into the truck, which I'm super pumped about because that's pretty much the whole reason I bought it, was just to make all this stuff easier with the reno, so I'm happy. Anyway, now I can load them inside and then I can get to work on painting them. I'm going to be using the same paint that I used to paint all like the trim and stuff like that, so I believe the color is Pure White by HGTV, Sherwin Williams, something like that. Either way, I'll have it linked below so you can check it out. It's pretty much just a nice clean white. So yeah, it's starting to sprinkle a little bit and I don't want to mess up the wood, so I'm going to get these inside. Okay, first batch of wood is painted. I actually got a little bit in my eye, so that's really cool. So I think my plan is to start measuring out each room so I know the exact dimensions I need. Once I have all the measurements written down, I can get to cutting. Did you notice our little house guest? We're dog sitting Ben's parents' dog Wally again, so you'll probably see him pop up here and there because he literally follows my every move. Anyway, that was a lot of measuring, but I have all the numbers and angles written down in my little book. The angles of the wood need to be cut at a 45 to turn a corner, and I decided to go with a 30-degree angle to end where it kind of stops. Some people like to square this off with like a 90-degree angle, but I'm going with a 30-degree just so that way it kind of keeps it in the era of the 1940s home. It's really just personal preference, so that's what I decided to do. All right, everything is dry fitted to perfection. I did have to go back and cut a little bit more on some, so you should definitely do a dry fit if you plan on doing this, just to make sure that everything fits. I'm getting everything together that I need for the next step, which is nailing it in. I'm using 16 gauge 1.25" brad nails for my nail gun. I plan on putting in a nail like every 18 inches or so, just to avoid doing like a ton of caulking and a ton of touch-up paint, but we'll see how that goes since these walls are not square at all. Okay, so it's all nailed in and legit. I thought I had some extra caulk lying around, but I don't, so I'm headed to the store right now. Once I'm back home, I'm going to caulk all those little holes that my nail gun made, as well as do the top and corner joints. When that's all done and dry, I can finish this little job off and do the paint. Last step, I just have to go through and touch up those bits of caulk with the paint that I used from earlier, and then this little project will be donezo. This is a really weird angle, but look at it. I know this isn't super exciting, but it does mean that the first and second floor of this house are finished. Anyway, let's check it out. It's kind of hard to capture the true beauty that's been done here, but trust, it looks way better than it did before. This really was a super tedious project, but I'm really happy with how it turned out, and I'm also happy that it's done. Now that this is finished, I'm going all in on the basement. I'm just starting to put it back together at this point, so subscribe if you haven't already so you can follow along. If you have any questions about the quarter round or anything else, just hit me up in the comments. Feel free to push that little like button, it really helps support me and my channel. And hit the bell icon so you'll be notified when my next video comes out. Thanks so much for watching, I will see you very soon. Bye!